Glad to have you join us on this edition of the show. My guest leads the agency that is mandated by law to lead the transformation of Nigeria into a digital economy, and he shares his thoughts on some of the ways this agency is trying to deepen technology across the country. We've got these and more, but first, some tech news and updates. This is Tech Trends, and I'm Chukwemeka Egbata.
Technology makes things faster and more cost-effective, but it's not perfect. It requires you to be as flexible as you can be. This team of millennials at Abeg Technologies have set out on a journey that will make requesting and sending money fun. By developing a fintech application that appeals to the younger generation in Nigeria, they design one that breaks the rules with current fintech startups. According to the team, it all began with a tweet in December 2018, where someone suggested having an application in Nigeria that can be used to beg online, same way individuals abroad use Cash App, and named the application Abeg. Abeg is a widely used term when pleading or seeking favors in Nigeria, which is why they thought it would be the perfect brand name.
We're trying to get a name that everyone could relate to in the African market, and if you hear the name Abeg, it's relatable. When people want to ask for something, especially in the African society, some people say Abeg please, just saying, so it sticks.
This is not the first ever digital wallet app, but the team sought to create a platform where people can ask and send money in a fun and convenient way, especially among their circle of friends. Unlike the traditional bank applications, the solution simplifies processes, paying more attention to user experience.
We're trying to solve the problem of filling transactions mainly, so that's why we're introducing P2P. So we want you to imagine a world where you don't have to, when paying for services or trying to send money to your friend, you don't have to worry about downtimes. So it's just as fast as blinking your eye, basically. As young people building an application, we are trying to tackle it from our own point of view. That's why our main target is actually the younger people. So we are trying to make the whole thing intuitive and fun as well.
Without the need to add bank account details, users can make transactions by creating a tag which can be used to send or request for money. All they need is a phone number linked to their BVN.
So this is the homepage of the application where you can request and send money. So I'm going to try to request money now. So to request money, you put in the amount you want to request and also the reason. So I'm going to put in food and hit request. On Abeg, you can only request money from people on your contact list. We did this so that people won't be spamming others that are not on their contact lists. So it would limit request spamming. So I'm going to select diary and hit request. Money has been sent.
So yeah, I just received a new request from creator for food. I'm going to click on it. Here I see a list of all the requests that comes in from my friends or family or anybody. I can choose to ignore. Ignore doesn't allow creator or Mohiz know that I declined his request. But if I choose decline, it will notify him that I declined his request. And I can also put a reason why I declined his request. But for now, I'm going to accept this request. Put in my PIN. Request accepted. Mohit should receive the money on his account.
Yes, so as you can see, I got a notification which says diary came through, in brackets food, which was the reason why I requested the money.
Likened to America's Cash App, The peer-to-peer platform aims to simplify how money payments are done.
The long-term goal of the application is for us to penetrate the African market just like Cash App has penetrated the market abroad. So want you to imagine a situation whereby you use your traditional bank account to do your normal savings, and then you actually move your spending onto Abeg, which actually makes your day-to-day life easy because you don't have failing transactions which can create problems, and also you can do mainly other things you would actually do with a wide variety of applications just in one place.
It's basically just the experience and the fact that you can conveniently use tags, and we're making it for the African market. So we have things and like other features that can actually benefit and solve the problems which people are facing right now in the society in Nigeria, such as Ajo, which we help in managing like group contributions, and we have the loans which help manage loans, and other features like fundraising.
It also helps solve the problem of slow payment and high transaction costs.
The problem of speed. So people want to receive money instantly, and that's what Abeg was built for, like solving problem of speed, and also like when it comes to security, like instead of people always posting their account numbers and all that, you can just use like a user tag, and that's all.
Abeg is a mobile payments app that enables its users send and request payments via phone numbers to improve financial inclusion.
How many elves do you have? I'm guessing 100.
Our village at the North Pole has over 100,000 elves living here.
Sitting on Santa's lap and tugging his beard while posing for a professional photographer at the mall is a long-held annual family tradition. But the coronavirus pandemic means this year, children across the US won't get the chance to tell him what they want for Christmas. Archival tech company Storyfile has come up with an AI alternative, creating a website where children can ask Santa questions online instead.
How many reindeer do you have?
Oh, I have so many I couldn't even count. But I have the famous Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. And of course, Rudolph.
Am I on the naughty list?
I think I might have answered that question.
The database, the Ask Santa database, has about 180, 200 questions. So they can ask him quite a lot. The number one question so far is, am I on the naughty or nice list? Of course.
Storyfile usually records interviews with people of note, from scientists to astronauts to civil rights icons and Holocaust survivors. Interviewees sit in one place and answer questions on camera. The answers are then prompted by voice activation on their app to give an almost seamless interaction with the subject.
Santa, do you have any pets?
Staff at Storyfile tested the Santa Claus app on children before it launched on the website AskSanta.com.
The kids so far have just been amazed. Like, they can't believe they really think he's on FaceTime or something like that with them. So, which is the point, right? So they're adorable. I love them. I love all the reactions.
The website AskSanta.com is live until New Year's Eve. Although the app is free to access, they are asking visitors to donate to their charity partners, American Heart Association and Red Sled Santa Foundation. If the website is successful, they hope Santa's skills will be expanded next year when he may be able to read out children's letters.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas and welcome to Ask Santa.
While kids might not be able to meet Santa in person this year, an entertainment company in London has created an application so that virtual meetups can take place.
The Ministry of Fun Santa School 2020! This year's a bit different. Grottos are thin on the ground.
Ministry of Fun, which has been training Santas for over 25 years, has created Santa HQ, an application that they explained offered kids an online experience every day in the build-up to Christmas and a chance to meet Father Christmas.
I feel this year we have to accept that Christmas is going to be a bit different, and that's why we've created the Santa HQ app. I'm not kind of thinking of it as a sort of second best thing at all, because actually children spend a long time looking at iPads and talking to their friends through their smartphones, etc., etc. So actually, for a child, meeting Father Christmas on a screen is actually quite a natural and normal thing.
Wiseacre is live. Is Santa live? There he is! Fabulous. You need to make sure your head is in the middle of the screen. We don't need to see anything weird in the background. That is perfect.
Lovell has been busy training his Santas on the new digital experience, getting them to practice making one-on-one video calls.
Oh, hello, Harry, hello!
Hello, Santa!
Santa Ed says it was his first time doing this kind of thing, and he's happy that Christmas will still be going ahead.
I mean, I've heard some rumours going around that Christmas is cancelled, but I say on my left boot, it's not cancelled this year. We're still going to go ahead with things.
The application is backed by internet entrepreneur and founder of Wikipedia, Jimmy Wales, who said children need something joyful to look forward to.
So started thinking and working on, okay, let's do virtual Santa, and looked all around the world for partners and found Ministry of Fun and Prism, and they, built this amazing app experience, and we've got the Santas lined up, and we're getting more Santas lined up all around the world. So, I mean, it's a great fun, and I think the world needs some fun right now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
For families who want to take part, the 32 days worth of activities and a Santa meet costs from £30.
So we'll see you very soon. I've got all the lists I need. Have a lovely Christmas. Bye-bye. Oh, you say goodbye first. You put it down.
Oh, all right. Bye-bye, Santa.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Here we go.
Here we go.
How to check storage on your Google account and create additional space. Google users can get an estimate on how long their storage may last based on how often users back up photos, videos, files, and other content to their Google account. Since users' storage is shared across Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Photos, users can check how much storage they have used up on their Google account by checking it from Google Photos, Gmail, or Google Drive. Users can also decide if they want to free up space or consider paid options to buy more storage. First, go on the profile account picture on the right-hand side on Google Photos, Gmail, or Google Drive. Select Manage your Google account, Account Storage. Here, you can see the total data used up on Google Storage, split into Gmail, the Photos, and Drive. Free up account storage from Get Your Space Back section. Here you will see deleted files from Google Drive, emails with large-sized attachments, and spam emails that you can clear to create additional space. Select Review and Free Data.
I caught up with the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashif Abdullahi, and I started by asking him what the agency is doing to harness the growing technology awareness and opportunities across the country. Enjoy.
Digital technology is rapidly transforming the global economic landscape, daily lives, as well as the way we conduct businesses. In Nigeria, the digital economy has fast become a key priority as the country makes strides to harness data and new technologies to strengthen its digital space. The National Information Technology Development Agency is committed to implementing the National Digital Economic Policy for a Digital Nigeria, with a mandate to create frameworks for the planning, development, evaluation, and regulation of information technology practices in Nigeria. The agency has made moves to drive digital inclusion, support small and medium enterprises, as well as safeguarding the data privacy rights of Nigerians, among others. We chat with the Director General of the agency, Kashifu Inuwa, on ways the agency is trying to deepen technology across the country and possible policies that can be adopted in the Nigerian ecosystem.
We started the inter-agencies committee. We have it for the past 2 years, looking around it. What is the best way to go about this regulation of the digital asset? So we don't want to rush into it to stifle innovation, because the way it operates in this world, the people in that space always trying to hack the regulation. So we don't want to be like we are trying to stop them from doing what they are doing. We want to work with them, allow them develop a use case. Then we'll look at the use case. Under whose mandate it falls? Is it under the financial that CBN regulate? Is it under the security that SEC regulate? Or is it under the general technology which NIDA regulate? So that's what we are trying to achieve with the strategic adoption. We don't want to just say, don't use this, don't use that, or you must use it this way. If you do that, that means you are stifling the innovation. We want to work with them, let them innovate, let them come up with the use case, create service, then we look at it. Who is the best to regulate it to safeguard consumer as well as the service provider? Because at NIDA, we see regulation as a way of protecting consumers as well as the provider. Because if you don't have regulation, one will cheat another. So we don't want to use regulation to stop you from coming up with innovative ideas.
Okay, Gigi, I know you mentioned a bit about startup and some of the schemes that you're creating for startups, but would we, because one of the biggest challenge still is the challenge of funding. Is there a strategy around that to make sure that the environment is more startup friendly?
We have so many initiatives we are working on. One of it is we are working with MIT under one of the initiative, MIT RIP. RIP stands for Regional Entrepreneurship Acceleration Program. It's a global capstone initiative designed to help region accelerate innovation and entrepreneurship, as well as promote social progress. They come to a region, create an ecosystem, help the region craft a strategy that can help position the region to benefit from its innovation capacity and entrepreneurship capacity. So part of what we are working on, the creating the ecosystem, we have identified 5 key stakeholders. Firstly, the universities. Universities are the ones that produce the human capital, and mostly ideas started from universities. So we want to see how can we harness ideas from universities to the industry. Then secondly, there is corporate organizations. Corporate organizations, they are the industry people. They are the ones that absorb people coming to the industry, and they are the one buying the product and services. There is need for alignment, for them to understand, for the entrepreneurs and universities to understand the industry needs so that they can produce people with the requisite skills to seamlessly plug into the industry. Then we have the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs is about the ecosystem in general. It can be a student, it can be a graduate, it can be a dropout, anybody with idea. How can we harness that idea and create value from it? Part of what we identify under the policy, there are 5 policy statements. One is about human capital. How can you develop the human capital? Then the second one is about funding. How can you fund these startups? Then we have about infrastructure, and I think these 3 are the most important: the human capital, the funding, and the infrastructure. Part of the proposal is even to develop a venture capital act.
Amazing. Interesting days ahead. All right, Gigi, finally, before we shut down the show now, when do you think, or how optimistic are you about IT becoming the major contributor to our national GDP? I know it's rising now, but how confident are you?
I think whether we like it or not, it is going to be. And this is a global phenomenon. It's not only Nigeria. When change comes, it's better you align with it than resist it. This is not the first time we are having a paradigm shift in the way we live as human beings. The first, it started with agricultural revolution. Before, human foraged around for food. But later on, we domesticated animals and we combined our effort with animals' effort to improve food production. The first industrial revolution was about mechanizing all this production. How can we use steam, water power, mechanical power to replace the animals? You know, there was a resistance even then. People that have the animals were saying the machines are going to render them jobless. Then when electricity comes for the second industrial revolution, it was dissenting. In the steaming industry was disrupted completely. And the electricity is everywhere. Everyone is using it. Likewise, the third industrial revolution, which was powered by electronics and internet. A lot of industry died as a result of this revolution. So this fourth industrial revolution also, we are on the verge of it. So whether we like it or not, it is coming. So it is better for us to position ourselves well so that we can benefit from it rather than resisting it.
Amazing, Gigi. Thank you for being on the show today. We wish you all the best as you continue to deepen technology in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure.
My guest has been Kashifu Abdullahi, DG of NITDA, who believes that the change technology has brought about is here to stay, and the best way forward is to adapt. Interesting listening to him talk about possible policies, particularly the proposed Startup and Venture Capital Act, which will be a good play for the ecosystem. So from my experience, most of the ecosystem will rather not partner with government, but if we must harness the full potentials of the industry, then collaboration with government and its agency is certainly a must. It's a wrap on this edition of the show, but the conversation continues online. Join us on social media. Remember, you can watch the entire show on Channels TV, YouTube, or cfablog.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.